Hello everybody, thank you for joining me again today. I'm Lee from thecraftyspark.co.uk and today we are going to do another little project to pop inside our Christmas Eve box for our little kiddie winks to open on Christmas Eve. Now this one is actually, can you guess? Can you see? Can you guess? You probably could guess actually from the title of the video, couldn't you? Duh. Right, what it actually is, this is a Christmas thank you card for Santa, because I think children are sometimes very, very good at receiving, but maybe not so good at giving. So to just help them, nudge them in the right direction, I thought it would be really nice if they made Santa a thank you card. Here it is. So it's all nicely packaged in a nice box that they can use again and again and again. There's loads of different things you can do with these boxes, but I'll do some more projects on those another day. But what I've done inside is everything needed for the card. All right, so shall I show you what we're doing with it all? There you go, look at that. Isn't that lovely? Super duper. Right, let's get going. Right, let's get this sorted out. I'm just rearranging myself there. Okay, so to start off with, you are going to need an empty stamp case. Now, we sell these at Stampin' Up. You can actually buy them in a pack of 4, I do believe, for a few pounds. Nice and cheap and easy. But the things you can use these for, it's amazing really. There's so many different projects you can use an empty stamp case for, which sounds a bit ludicrous, I know, but it is. I think it's because they're DVD sized. You know, they're really simple to use, and they have this handy dandy pocket, which is exactly what we're going to be needing today, because this is obviously going to be our case that we're going to put the thank you card in for our little lovelies to make, to say thank you to Santa. Right, so move that to one side. The first thing you're going to need is a piece of designer series paper. Now I'm using the Home for Christmas. Yeah, Home for Christmas. It started as a 12-inch by 12-inch sheet, but I'm going to cut it down a bit. Now, when you're actually doing this, the stamp case itself, whoops, where's it gone? It measures 7 inches, which is a bit of a nuisance because obviously being 12 by 12, you could get 2 cases out of one sheet. And, sorry, just dropped something on the floor then. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to cut this down to 5 inches so I can get 2 from one sheet. So 5 inches of designer series paper, that's your first bit. Then you want a piece of real red cardstock. Now this is actually the piece that I cut off of the bottom of the card. So always keep your scraps. Cut it off the bottom of the card and then trim it down so that it measures 2 inches, because then you've got 5 inches plus 2 inches, so you've got your 7 inches, you see. Pop them together like that. And then I've got a piece of Pool Party as well. And this measures, what does this measure? This is 1.5 inches. So all of these are standard UK size A4 at the moment, but don't worry too much about that because that's not really relevant to what we're doing. Now, put your 2 pieces, your real red and your designer series paper together, and then, whoopie daisy, carefully, carefully stick some double-sided tape across that join. Now, because this is actually going to be tucked inside that stamp case pocket bit, doing it like this actually works really, really well. Because we've stuck it together, so we've given ourselves our 7 inches. And if you turn over, it looks absolutely fine from the inside as well. The inside, obviously, is going to be mainly taken up with the card. So the fact that you've just got 2 colours, no mods here or there, really, is it? But to cover this up, what we are going to do, where is it? There it is, is, let's just pull that off. We are going to put our piece of Pool Party across it. Or, oh, you know what else I thought you could put on it if you wanted to? You could put a bit of ribbon or something, couldn't you? Only thing is you can't stamp on your ribbon. Might not work well. Right, okay. I'm going to use my grid paper just to line up, because I don't want to go squiffy. I'm very good at going squiffy. So I'm just lining it up. And the reason I've not lined it onto the edges is simply because I want it to be like that so that I can actually cut it all in one go. Alright, so bringing my trimmer back in so that I've got a nice neat edge. I'm going to just trim that edge off there. Whoops, it's stuck to my trimmer. Look, there's got a bit of double-sided tape hanging around. And then open up your arm on your trimmer and cut it to 10 3/4. All right, so that's why I said just now it doesn't matter that it's standard UK A4 size, because we're cutting it down anyway. So cut it down to 10 3/4. All right. Next thing, we need to just make sure we've got it where, oops, we need to make sure we've got it so that we know where that edge is. All right, so pop it in the edge. What am I talking about? The centre, that's what I'm trying to say, the centre. Oops, this is where I have a little fight with the stamp case. Hang on a minute. Get in there. That's better. Oh, look, I didn't trim it down properly. How did I manage that? Oh, you know why? I haven't measured it properly. Oh, for goodness sake. Which bit didn't I measure right? Wait a minute. I bet it's that bit at the bottom. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, it's the bit at the top. I didn't measure that properly. What a plum. Hang on. Let's just go back and do that again. Let's do that again. Measure it properly, people. Measure once, cut twice, as my dad says. Right, sorry about that. Let's have another go, shall we? There we go. Put it back in there. Yay. Go in. Let's just see if it's, that's better. At least it fits this time. Right, now, have I got the right length? Oh, look, it's just a bit too long. Can you see? So I'm just going to trim just a smidge off the end there, probably about 1/8 of an inch, I reckon. So I would say instead of 10 3/4, go 10 5/8. I'm going to put that on my website. It will be on the blog post, just in case you forget. All right, so we're going to 10. Oops. Hang on, I'll just snip that end off. 10 5/8. Because that will probably do it now. Let's have a look, shall we? That looks like it's fitted in there a little bit better. Yeah, that's it. Look, that's it. Right, so that's our front. Now, the reason we've put it in is so that it will crease those sides for me, all right? Because now I want to take it out and I want to just get those creases done a little bit firmer, especially on the cardstock, only because it will then sit better when it's in the box, because where the cardstock's quite thick, isn't it, because we've got these 2 layers here, you want to make sure that it opens and closes properly. And I also needed to know where that front panel was going to be, because, there we go, that's better. I'm going to stamp on there, and I'm going to use, she says, diving into the stamp box department. There we go. Sassy Salutations. I quite like this set at the moment. I think it's pretty funky, especially when you're doing funky stuff. Right, let's go for real red. Should we go real red? Yeah, go for a bit of red. It's Christmas after all, isn't it? Oops. Don't want thank you. I want Merry Christmas. Or shall we put thank you on it? What do you think? Because it is actually a thank you card, isn't it? Now there's a thought. No, we'll stay with Merry Christmas because this is what our little munchkins are going to see when they first open it, isn't it? So, yeah, we'll stay with Merry Christmas first. So, just pop it on there, fairly central if you can. Or you could even, actually, do you know what? If you went at a slight angle like that, it wouldn't matter whether it's central or not, would it? Yeah, go at a slight angle. if you've not centered it, it's not going to matter so much, is it? Yeah, you go for the easy options. Why not? Oh, it makes life so much nicer, doesn't it? So much easier. Right, hang on. I've just got to pop this over here because I've got a piece of scrap there. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Right, so that can now go back in there. Oopsie daisy. So this is now our Merry Christmas case. Go in. That's it. It's a bit fiddly, but once it's in, it's great. All right, so we've got our Merry Christmas on the outside, and then when we open it on the inside, let's put our pieces in for our card. Now, the first thing you want is your real red. Now, this started off as a standard A4 size piece of real red cardstock. The UK one, American ones, it's fine. It doesn't matter. It will work exactly the same because we're cutting it down slightly, all right? So please don't think, oh no, she's got the wrong size paper again. I'm really, really trying to make it so that everybody can enjoy this and everybody can do this, all right? So we've already cut off 2 inches from the bottom. We now want 6 inches. All right, so my buddies over the Atlantic, you are going to be fine. All right, because we've got 6 inches. Next thing you want to do is with your trimmer, cut your card down to, in fact, we might as well do it all on here. I was going to get my scoreboard out, but I've changed my mind. I'm just going to do it all on here. Cut your card down to 8 inches. All right, keep this piece. We will be using it, I promise. So cut it down to 8 inches, move it across and score it at 4 inches. All right, so you have been left with a card. Oh, I didn't trim that down to 6 inches, sorry. It's because I'm doing 2 different countries' measurements. There we go. Sorry. Scrap that. Right. You have now been left with a card that measures 4 inches by 6 inches. All right. Let's just burnish that to make it nice and smooth. Right. So 4 by 6. We are then going to have, bringing it back in again. Oops. A piece of Pool Party. Now, this piece of Pool Party, I think I've already cut to size. Almost. I'll just trim a bit off the bottom. But your Pool Party, or rather your real red, 6 by 4, 4 by 6. Your Pool Party, 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. All right, 3 3/4, 5 3/4, and that is going to be sitting on there like that. Now remember, don't stick all this together. This is for your little munchkin to do. What you're doing is you're getting it prepared for them so that they've got it ready to go. But I'm going to be showing you how it's going to look once it's together. All right. Now, the next thing you want to do is you need a 2.5 inch circle punch, which, hang on a minute, because mine's over here, as usual, on my trolley. There we go. 2.5 inch circle punch. Oh, look. You can see everything in my room. Smashing. Right. With your 2.5 inch circle punch, go about there. And so you're about, I don't know, what have we got there? What do you reckon? That's probably about an inch and a quarter. Put your punch in as far as it will go, and then just punch a hole. All right, it's off-centered, it's not in the middle, it's perfectly fine. I might do something with that in a minute. Leave that for a sec. Right, so how you position it, that way, that way, that way, whichever way you want to go for. I am going to put mine there. No, I'm not. There. It's about the same either way, isn't it? That do make a lot of difference. Right, so I'm going to put it there. That'll do. Now, I have a small piece of designer series paper which will fit behind. See? So as long as it fits behind, doesn't matter what the measurement is, just make sure it fits behind. So that is going to be going like that. Okay, then you could maybe tie this, actually, this bow, because I'm just thinking, you know your child, you know what they can or cannot do. If you think they are going to be okay tying their own bows, let them tie it. If you think that they are going to struggle, then tie it for them. Oops, made a knot in it there. But whichever way you choose, this is how I'm doing it. So I've just pulled off a length, I've put it into 4, so folded it in half again, and then I'm just going to tie a very simple bow. Oops, she says, if she can get her fingers in the right place. Hang on a minute, I'll get there in a sec. Wait a minute. There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? No, it's so small I can't even get it through that. Oh, flipping heck. Come on, in you go. That's the one, that's what I was trying to do. Right, so just tie a bow, nice easy bow. There's lots of bits hanging out, doesn't matter, it's Christmas. Christmas is about bits, isn't it? You could cut them if you wanted to. In fact, I'm going to cut those bits, that end, just so that I've got 2 ends as such. And that is quite simply just going to sit there. All right, because it's going to be making it into a bauble almost. Whoopsie daisy. Right, there we go, like that. Oh, it's all moving, look. Now I might have to stick this down for you so that you can see it properly. Oh, I don't know. That's all right, isn't it? We kind of got there then. Until I moved it again. Oh, hang on. Straighten that out a little bit. Work with me, you silly thing. Do you know what? I think it might be because I've made those a bit too long, haven't I? Let me trim those down again. There we go. Oh, that's a bit better, look. Right, so that's going to be going there, like that. Now I'm going to bring back in my sassy salutations. And I would suggest that when you're doing this and you're getting this all ready, stamp the card. Actually, do we want Merry Christmas? No, we don't, do we? What am I doing? Oh, thank you. Where is it? I'm getting in a muddle. There's nothing new there, really, is there? Oh, when do I ever not? Right. With your thank you, as this is Santa's thank you card, ink it up in red. Nice, real red. Lots and lots. And I'm just going to pop it just there. All right. So you are going to have, with any luck, once you're ready, you'll be going like that. Now, attaching your bow. there's a couple of ways you could attach your bow. You could, what could you do? You could glue dot, normal glue, double-sided tape, whatever you think your child will do best. But what you should do rather is, if you can, if they're capable, just let them do this, because I think the more they do, the more they appreciate, and the more, actually that's better that side, isn't it? The more they will appreciate that they are the ones that are saying thank you, not you. You want them to say thank you to you, obviously. Right, inside your card, this is where they're going to be writing their message. Now, so that they can actually write a nice message, what I would suggest is grab yourself some Whisper White card, trim it down to 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Oh, oops, my nice old clunky guillotine there, didn't you? I forgot I was on camera for a minute. Sorry people, you can't buy those anymore, but the Stampin trimmer is just as good. Now, I actually did 2 at the same time then, because I want to put those like that. Now, I'm actually going to stick these in, I think, because I want them in place so that they can be written on. You could just do one side if you like. I always do 2 sides when I'm doing thank you cards like this for children, because I try and encourage them to either write on both sides, or if they're a bit too young to write on both sides, what I would do is I say to them, write on one side, draw a picture on the other side. Just gives them a bit more appreciation, doesn't it? I had my one of my children the other day was whinging. I don't want to write a thank you card. It's boring. All right, fine. Don't write a thank you card. Don't expect any presents though, will you? You're not prepared to say thank you. You're not getting anything. That soon changed his mind. Right, so there we go. This is now our thank you card for Santa. All right, so you've stuck the middle bit in. Leave that bit stuck in. You're going to punch a hole in your pool party and stamp your thank you, and tie your bow or not, whichever you choose, and then that is going to go in the box with an envelope. Obviously don't forget your envelope, so pop your envelope in, pop your blank card, your card front, your lovely bow and your bit of designer series paper. And then what you could also do, if you wanted to, you could even write a note which you could tuck in this side to say, dear da da da, or to da da da, this is your special thank you case, write a thank you note to Santa, whatever you wanted to do. All right, but that will then fit really nicely. Oh, actually, you know what I didn't put in there? Ha ha ha, I didn't put in a pen. Let's pop a pen in as well, just so that they don't forget that they're writing. So that's now ready to go into our Christmas Eve box. All right. I am sorry everybody, I have just had to re-edit my video that I've just done for you, because I just suddenly remembered we've done the card, thank you card, but you know the circle that I punched out, and I said to you, we'll keep that because we're going to do something with that in a minute, and I completely forgot. So I'm really, really sorry. So I've just edited this bit in. I hope it's not going to disjoint the film too much. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to use these bits that were left over. Whoops. Flick that over there. This one was from the actual card base, and then this was the circle that we'd punched in the middle. I actually wanted to use these two to create a gift tag for Santa. just a very simple one, but I just thought it's just something else that the kiddies can do. So what I'm going to do is, right, we've got that circle. Just getting my punches. Hang on a minute. Whoop. Let's just smash the room up while I'm at it. Oh dear, right, that's the one I wanted. I wanted that one. And I wanted that one. Alright, that's it. Back in the room. Okay. So, this was our 2.5 inch punch that we did. So, I'm now going to do a 2 3/8 scallop. Because that can go on there like that. Alright. And then, still using the Home for Christmas paper. I can find the bit I'm looking for. Hang on a minute. Where's it gone? There it is. I've been punching circles out of this one, as you can see, which I was using for one of my other videos that I was doing. But I've just had a thought. This could look really good if we just punch just a 2-inch centre. There we go. How about that one? That's quite a cute one, isn't it? Yeah. So just, whoops. Oh, come out, silly. Just punch a 2-inch centre out. And then that can layer like that. Now, if you hold it together, I'm hoping we're going to be able to, oh no, better not actually, it might, I don't want to bust the punches, do I? We'll be in trouble. Let me think. We want a hole in it really, don't we? Do you know what I'm going to use? I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use my corner. And this is the new triple punch that came out this year. But it has, you see this one here? This is for making ribbon holes. So if I stick that in there and punch that one, could have done it straight, but hey ho, never mind. Now if I put that over there like that, I can see where I need to line it up with. The only reason I'm doing it like this is because although the punches are really, really good, they're really, really strong, I don't want to break it. So by doing that, I can line it up, you see. And then it means that when the little kitty winkies, well, that just doesn't match quite, does it look? Just skims the edge. Oh, that should be all right, shouldn't it? Do you think, or should we punch that as well? No, we probably should punch it as well, shouldn't we, just to be sure. It may go through 2 layers of card, I'm not sure. I don't want to chance it. But if you can see from the back, you can see where the hole is. You can actually line that hole up through your punch, look. Whoops, it's a bit fiddly doing it up in the air like this. But I'm trying to do it so that you can see. Can you see how that, not lined up, lined up, not lined up, lined up. Where is it gone? There it is, there it is, there it is. So I just punch that, whoops, do it about the right way. So I can push down on it properly. That's better. That's better. Got a proper hole there, didn't I? Right. So now that can just be lined up, look, like that. So when it gets stuck together by whichever small person has this one, they can actually line up those holes. That can be the gift tag. And then on the back, they can actually write their message to Santa. Pop a bit of ribbon through. I would use gold ribbon, but I'm not sure where it is for the minute, but never mind. That's what I would suggest you do. Just put some gold ribbon through, and then what I would say is you could either tie this around a mug handle for Santa, or you could even just tie it in a bow and just leave it on the side for Santa. Whichever way you want to do it, it's entirely up to you, but your small person can write to Santa from whoever on the back of it there, and then you've got a little gift tag for them to be doing as well. All right, so that can also go in your box with your other bits and pieces. All right, so now we're going to whiz back to where I'm saying goodbye to everybody, and I hope I haven't disjointed my video too much. Ta-da! Finished. I hope you enjoyed that. Nice and simple, nice and easy there. Everything that I've used to make this is all going to be listed in the blog post as usual, which you will see at the bottom underneath this video. Anything you need to buy will all be listed there as well, so you can just choose what you need or what you don't need and then just buy it online. If you want to, if you only want a few bits and the postage seems a bit higher, because the Stampin' Up! Postage is actually £4.95 irrespective of how much you order, which is great if you're ordering lots and lots in one go. But if you're only ordering 1 or 2 bits, or maybe even just 1 stamp set, it will probably be worth your while. Just let me know. I'll then add it onto my order, because I usually do at least 1 order a week, because I tend to do this for lots of my customers. Let me know what it is you want. I'll add it to my order, and then it will come to me rather than to you, but then I'll send it to you and you'll just get charged the standard UK postage. So with any luck, it will save you a bit of money. And the more money we save at Christmas, the better, really, isn't it? Well, I think so anyway. All right, so if you do need anything, just drop me a line, lee@thecraftyspark.co.uk, or you can even go onto my website, www.thecraftyspark, and you will see on there one of the tabs at the top for the pages is actually a contact form. Just send me a message through there. All right, but I will see you again very soon with our next project for our Christmas Eve box. See you later. Bye.